One second, buddy.
All right,
Okay,
bud.
we're recording, man.
All right, buddy. Hey, man. Scotty, I am honored again yet to be able to sit down with you and have another great conversation. So for every one of you that's on this call today, I'm honored that you guys took the time out of your busy schedule, and we're not going to waste your time. That's never going to happen. So you guys are watching the very first broadcast of the Right Advantage, and the Right Advantage stands for Referral, Impact, Training, and Education. Today's message is coming sincerely from what Scott and I have accomplished in the last several months. And it's so awesome that we had to share it. And we had to do it in this format. That's why you guys got the emails. That's why you guys are here. And what I want to expose you to is something that I didn't even realize was out there 3 months ago. And instead of just holding it all for myself, I wanted to expose it. So I brought my best friend and one of my partners, Scott Hudspeth, on the call with me. He's the one that introduced it to me. He's the one that's actually using it nationally with a large number of other LOs. And we're not joking. The title says how loan officers are getting referrals from new realtors as fast as 6 weeks. It's not a joke. It's not a guess. This is actually proven data. And what we're hoping is that you guys are going to see the value in this. And what we would love to see have happen is after this webinar, you guys pick up the phone and give us a call and let us sit down and spend a little bit of time with you to find out if your business is ready for it, find out if you're capable of handling it, and if you have the traction and the message that will help you convert those appointments into actual transactions. So, Scotty, man, I'm honored. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for spending time and taking 45 minutes out of your busy day to make this happen for us. So, brother, without further ado, I'm going to let you turn it over and kind of drop some knowledge on us, man.
Yeah, man. So first off, hey, thanks for being here, guys. Where are you guys from? Can you guys post in a little box on the right hand side? I want to make sure you can see my screen and make sure you can hear us okay. Where are you guys from? If you guys can just put in the box on the right there under questions or show answered questions. If you just put in where you're from, that'd be awesome. And then we can kind of see where you guys are.
Most of us are going to be, most of us are in the Detroit metropolitan area. I think we limited
Awesome.
this class just to everybody here that's in the dead of winter. If
Awesome.
everyone is here in Michigan, it's 7 degrees out, at least it was this morning. So I can tell you right now that all of us are looking for great meetings to have with agents, and the dead of winter, it's hard to get our butts off the couch and get moving. So this
beautiful. All right, man. All
right.
right.
I think Michigan, Detroit.
All right, I'll try to warm you guys up, man. So, all right. So, Doug, man, it's always a pleasure to be on you, man. I just get chills when we get on the phone together and start brainstorming. And this is one of the things I'm very, very dear to my heart that has helped so many loan officers. And thanks for bringing this to the to the front. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but for everybody on this call, Doug and I are going to be speaking at the MMLA event coming up next Wednesday. And so they're speaking on social media, a different topic that we're going to talk about today, but we're talking about we're speaking at the MMLA, and Doug, I can't wait to see you and hang out there and throw our knowledge out there on social media. So it'll be fun. So for starters, I want to start off with, I don't know about you, but Doug, every LO I talk to gets tired of chasing realtors. They either have a bad experience or thought or whatever, but we've found a way to remove this.
It's hard. I mean, to be honest, it's actually a very time-consuming and very thankless job that we have to do in our business to grow our mortgage practices. And I've been writing loans since 1995, so there's no question that I can relate to this at the highest level. And it's hard. It's just one of those hardest things that everybody says, if you want more business, go have more conversations. And that's hard to pick up the phone. Frankly, it sucks. Nobody wants to pick up the phone and bother somebody. So this process, guy, that you're about to do, it tackles that at the highest, most technologically advanced level that I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So what are our options when it comes to building realtor relationships? We know we need to have them or want to have them in our lives because it makes it so much easier when we're getting referrals from those that are out on the street selling real estate, right? So we have cold calls, which Doug and you and I have become a master of cold calling. We don't look at it as cold calling. We look at it as trying to help other people. And one of the things I want to touch on here in cold calling is I look at cold calling, I look at no's as money. And when I say money, like every call you make, if you make enough of them, no, 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 yes, means that those 3 no's before the yes, there was a dollar amount attached to it. Because if you didn't get to the 4th yes, you would have never, like most people stop at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, and they never get to the yes, which means I suck, I'm not worthy, this doesn't work for me, realtors suck, all the stuff that comes along with fear, desperation, fear of loss, fear of failure.
You feel defeated, and it comes across in the way you pick up the phone and try to talk to people, and your voicemails don't sound enthusiastic in conversation, or they don't feel attracted to you. So it's a brutal catch-22.
Absolutely. We can cold email if we want to. Of course, I get more no's, and Doug, you get more no's before 10 o'clock every day. We do this. So we do it to test
Right.
it. We do it
Every
to
day.
figure out what the best email is to get the most yeses. Because if I'm not getting no's, I'm not going to get a yes, right? You have to get no's.
Right.
If this was easy, everybody would do it. We can visit office, do pop buys. We can stop by open houses where we can trap them, right? We hear the trap, like, hey, they're at their office. Let's go. Like, they're at the
Captured
open house.
audience,
Let's
man.
go.
Captured audience.
Yeah.
Right.
Realtor events, of course, we can show up to there and try to pretend like we're like mingling and trying to meet them and all this fun stuff, or we can just do nothing, which is typically the case for a lot of people. So so one of the things that Doug, Jeff, and I did, and Jeff's on the call, but what if like we use LinkedIn, and you probably like, well, LinkedIn, Scott, what the heck are you talking about? Doug, LinkedIn, really? So what if you could request 50, like what if you requested to connect with 50 agents per day every single day, 7 days a week, 30 days a month? Those that accepted your connection were automatically sent an automatic thank you. All their info, once the thank you is sent out there, is downloaded from LinkedIn into a Google Excel spreadsheet, and then within 2 to 3 days you are sending emails out to them saying, hey, we just connected on LinkedIn. Would you be open to a conversation?
Well, hey, Scotty, before you go any farther, I just want to highlight 2 quick points about these 4 bullet points. One, do you know how long it takes to connect with 50 agents per day on LinkedIn? Literally to go find them, connect with them, and follow through on making sure that they've accepted your friend request or your LinkedIn request.
Great point.
Within 2 to 3 days, having an actual email coming from your email address to them, introducing yourself on a more personal level because they've already acknowledged you.
Yes.
That in and of itself, if there was nothing else that the system offered, it's a game changer. It literally is a game changer because you taught me this. The money's in the list. The money's in the number of people that know you, that are familiar with you, and that actually recognize you. And so when you call, when you connect, it becomes much more warmer than like you talked about on the previous slide as a cold call. That's what I loved about this. I love the automation, and I love the pure volume of people that we're being exposed to. Agents, referral partners.
Agents, yeah. So you as a loan officer, so we would go in LinkedIn for you as you, and we automatically request to connect with 50 agents per day. We automatically, with the ones that accept, say thank you. We automatically pull their information from LinkedIn. Now, just so you know, LinkedIn doesn't allow you to pull their information, email, and phone numbers anymore. We figured a way to pull that information from LinkedIn. Now, you get about 60 to 70% of the phone numbers, but you get all the emails. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying, LinkedIn doesn't allow it. So I don't know how Jeff did it, but Jeff's one of our business partners. He's the back end of it. Yep. He's the little turn the wheels and make things happen for us. Thanks, Jeff. So within 2 to 3 days, inside of Gmail, because I don't know if you guys use Gmail. If you don't, it's okay. No big deal. We can create one. It's a free thing to do. We start sending emails from that email. It doesn't have to be a new email. It can be an old email. It doesn't matter what it is. But all this is done 100% while you sleep, in your sleep, 50 per day, 7 days a week, every day until you say stop. Now, we do have people say, please turn it off right now because I have too many responses and I can't get to them all. That's another thing we'll talk about later. So that's a good problem to have, Doug.
It is a good problem to have.
Here's a testimonial. Got 3 next week. So he's talking about appointments. Here's another one. It's getting crazy up in here, and I kind of get a little fun, but it says, how about this one? My invite started on Saturday afternoon. My first campaign kicked off this morning. My first response was 7:47 a.m. I called the agent at 8:01 on the long drive to another appointment. By the time I hung up with her when reaching my destination, I had my first referral of 365. Now, I really hate to share this one, but it happened, and this was in January, so it wasn't that long ago. This is not the norm. Please don't think that it's going to happen. There's no guarantees it'll happen, but this guy knocked it out of the park. I just got a referral and haven't even talked to the realtor. That's the same guy. Strikes again. So the big thing is you have to be always, and Doug, you taught me this, create, keep, and grow clients, connect, engage, interact. You have to be building your business on a daily basis. So we've made it. Here's the part I love about this the most is, you know how like we always say it, every part of a coaching group says you have to make calls, you have to be cold calling, you have to be building relationships. Well,
Right.
The time comes when it's tagged in your calendar. It's like, oh man, dude, Doug, 9 a.m. Monday morning.
Time block.
I'm just
Time to
not
make my calls.
excited. I'm just not
Yeah.
excited, Doug. I know they're going to tell me no.
Hard.
I know I'm going to get beat up. I know I'm going to be deflated. The rest of my day is going to suck because I got nothing. So you know what? Oh, hey, Scotty's on Facebook. I'm going to go watch that. Or Doug's on Facebook. Or, oh my God, check out this video. Or look at this animal like that crawled into some guy's dude's house. Or like creative avoidance. So we find some way
Creative avoidance
to do something else, right? And it never happens.
Right.
Well, the cool part about this program is the real goal is connect, converse, and close. So the real cool part about this is this is the fun part that makes me laugh is these agents are emailing you. Okay, so here's the cool part. One, you start building your LinkedIn profile. You probably haven't done much of that. You probably connect with a couple people here, send a couple messages once a month, but it's not really doing anything. LinkedIn's a very, very, very tough platform to communicate in. That's why I don't recommend going there and trying to do this on yourself, by yourself, without automation. Two, pulling them out of LinkedIn into a place where we can communicate with them is just an amazing platform. And so you grow your LinkedIn profile massively with the right people who could become a potential referral partner. And then we introduce them to these emails that go out saying, hey, and I got a couple examples here, but here's kind of a diagram of how this all works. So LinkedIn, Sales Navigator, there's a thing called Sales Navigator that allows us to do this automatically, up to 50 per day, automatically. Like you don't even go into LinkedIn once this is set up. Please don't go in there. We don't want you in there. You're going to be tempted to have communications with these guys. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to say, hey, what's going on? They might know you. They might have heard of you. Hey, thanks for the connection. Leave it alone. You now have all these new first-degree connections. Go ahead, Doug.
So I literally just connected two dots that I hadn't connected before until just now. But I talk about this on a consistent basis. You know how we talk about there's 4 levels of a real estate business? You've got those ones that have a job, ones that have a career, and ones that have a business.
Yes.
And how in 2018, these are the NAR statistics. The average income of a realtor in 2018 was $36,750. The average sales price in the country was $220,100. That means that on average, most realtors closed less than 6 deals a year. So why is this platform creating such traction? Is because most of the agents that are out there don't do more than 3 to 4 deals a year.
Correct.
Which means that the only way that you're going to get in front of them is to cast a wider net. It's going to be able to have a message that connects with them and that tells them and shares with them and compels them to say you're the best partner to give their 1 to 3 deals to a year. And that's a whole nother topic of being able to make yourself compelling and motivating for your agents to want to work with you. But when we talk about growing this list, it's virtually impossible after you've connected with what? I mean, in 21 days, Scotty, I've generated 377 connections.
Insane.
It's virtually impossible not to have an opportunity with even the low-hanging fruit, which are those agents that have a job as a real estate agent. They don't have a career in real estate. They just have a job in real estate, and they just get their deals by accident, and they don't know who to send them to, and they would love to introduce them to somebody that's good. They just don't know who because they're not engaged in the community. 100%. That's why I think this process, that's why I connected the dots just now. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why it has so much traction. The money is in the list, and the more people you connect with, the odds are in your favor. What's that? It's the Hunger Games. May the odds be in your favor. It's exactly what this does. It makes all the odds in your favor because most of the realtors that are out there, they're not going to be those people that send you 5 to 10 deals a year. They're going to send you 1 to 2, and we just got to get you exposed to them as much as possible. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just had that epiphany.
No, man, it's good. It's good. So just to kind of break down what Doug's talking about, so this it's called LinkedIn Navigator, goes in, makes the connections, $1,500 per month. Now, of the ones that accept it, I'm going to break down some numbers of what we're seeing here but now you have all these new first degree connections. In LinkedIn, it's 1, 2, and 3. 1 is you're connected. It's face to face. 2 is you're one person away from a connection. 3 is you're 2 people away from a connection. Okay, so you can we don't need to go into what that all means, but I'm just saying now you have first degree connections, which are now you can send them a message, you can do anything you want with them. Right. 2, you can't really, you still got to connect with them before you can send them messages. Then it pulls this down into this little Gmail in here, and inside Gmail, Google Sheets. This is all free down in here, and it says, I'm interested, let's talk, send more info. And so it has 4 email campaign that goes out until they respond. If they don't respond, we have another follow-up campaign that kicks in after the 4 weeks, or excuse me, the 4 emails. And then we continue to follow up that way to give something of value. And Doug's a big one on that when it comes to that. So like how to continually give without expectation of anything in return. To other people to become their coach, mentor, leader, accountability partner. So that's kind of how here's one of the messages that takes place in LinkedIn. So, hey, we just connected on LinkedIn, and I wanted to ask if you are searching for ways to close more real estate sales. If so, I have an idea for you. Not sure if it's a fit. Can we set up a quick call? So here's the thing. You're probably going, holy crap, Scott, what do I say? What do I say? That's the cool part. We teach you what to say. We hold your hand. We go, hey, say this. Say this, or if they email back and say, hey, I already have a lender relationship, we have an objection to overcome that. Hey, I have an in-house lender, we have an objection to overcome that. I had a lady the other day, Doug, it was so cute. So she says, Scotty, I literally I didn't change it, any of the words, I literally copied it from the sheet that you made up, and I sent it back to the realtor on her objection. She says, okay, let's meet. I'm like, yes, that was awesome. So what if they don't reply? Most loan officers give up after 1 or 2 attempts, right? Yet most realtors reply by the 3rd or 4th attempt. So that's where we put 4 in there. Right. And after 4, I don't know if you guys have ever Googled follow-up percentages, but 48%. This is mine.
Yeah. This is
people.
Go ahead. No, I'm just. Yeah. It's impressive.
48% of the time, people give up after the first try. 24 after the second, 14 after the third, and 12 after the fourth. 92% of the time, your competition is gone. 92%. You're the only one left. So if we give you a 52-week follow-up campaign, or 52, I don't know if you want 52 days, but 52-week follow-up campaign to build, engage, interact, give value to, we have that for you. So we can talk about that later.
Right.
Here's another one. Do you have any time to chat this weekend? I have an appointment to meet with a customer builder on Sunday who has been encountering credit issues. I'd love to include you as one of the preferred lenders.
Look at this. It started on August 2nd. It's 5 days later.
Yeah.
2 days later. And the third, and within the day after, look at what you're getting an invitation to.
Yep. So here's the first one. We just connected on LinkedIn.
Look at how quickly. Yeah, look at how quickly you convert based on an agent's willingness to find somebody of value. The problem is that we as loan officers don't do a good enough job being compelling and motivating for our agents to want to work with us. When we teach you how to sound better than you do, when we teach you to get better at your conversations, this process of these introductions, it literally becomes, at times, it can be overwhelming, right? That's why you have some people say, it's enough. I can't handle the responses yet. I got to catch up.
Right on.
And that's why it might not be for everybody.
You know what's funny is I never looked at the dates on these. I just showed the response. I'm like, man, that's pretty fast.
Look at how quickly it is. You're talking 8 days.
Unbelievable, man. I got to show this. So here's we just connected that. Look at the first one. We just connected on LinkedIn. Appreciate it. The reason, and then not sure if you saw my message. It's stacked. So it stacks these messages. You're undoubtedly very busy, but you have an opportunity. Let me know. So, and then she said, oh yeah, yes. Thank you for reaching out. Let's schedule a time to chat. I apologize for the delay. I had a tough one to wrap up. I'm sure you understand exactly what that entails. So boom, pretty crazy stuff here. So how would you think about it?
Again, it's automated, right? Those emails were automated.
Yeah, no, heck yeah, man. The loan officer did nothing to, literally email one, boom. First it started in LinkedIn. This realtor accepted the connection, and we only go after people that have been on LinkedIn for the last 30 days. If they haven't been on LinkedIn the last 30 days, we don't connect with them. That means they're probably not live or don't use LinkedIn or whatever, but there's so many opportunities out there. So the first email goes out, the first connection goes out, she accepted. Within 2 to 3 days, August 2nd, the first email went out. August 7th, the second one went out. August 9th, the next one went out. And August 10th is when she responded. Okay? Pretty cool. So here's what gets me excited. How would your business look if you had 3 to 5 realtor meetings every single week? That was an awkward pause. Did you like that? Like I wanted everybody just to like go, ooh.
I actually started reflecting on it a little bit. I wonder if I had an additional 3 to 5 realtor meetings a week, what my business would look like.
I know, man. So and here's the cool part. I'm going to back up to here for a second. So here's the cool part about this. So you're like, Scott, yeah, that's cool, but here's the best part about this whole thing that we didn't touch on yet. Say you screw up the first one. Guess what? You got another one coming. Say you screw up that one. You got another one coming. Say you screw up that one. You got another one coming. That's the best part about this program. You could screw up over and over and over and over and over again. Remember when I said the no has value? There's money attached to the no's. Please screw it up, because if you screw it up, you're going to get better. You're going to learn, oop, don't do that. We've already done that for you, so we're going to help you not do those mistakes, because we literally made them all, almost all of them, I think. So pretty crazy. So it comes down to affinity relationships. What's that?
Right. Let's talk about the end result of this.
Yeah.
If you had 20 realtors, just 20, and you had 20 realtors that had committed to referring you 4 closable deals a year, that's 1 a quarter, 1 every 90 days. Yeah. If you had a realtor that agreed to send you 1 closable deal every 90 days, and you had 20 of those, for those of you that are on this call, just take a second and do the math. Whether your comp plan is 100 basis points, 75 basis points, whatever the case may be, if you had 20 realtors referring you 4 deals a year and the average sales price is $220,100, whether it's a government, whether it's an FHA, DPA, whatever, do the math in your head and ask yourself, what does that do to your life economically? And then think about the exposure that this platform gives you to finding the 20. I think in the Detroit metropolitan area, there might be 10,000 realtors. That means you could screw up 9,980 times and still meet your economic goal without having to constantly feel rejected by picking up the phone and being hung up on, not getting a call back. You're dealing with somebody that's already engaging with you. So you could literally get 9,980 people that never responded to your emails, but 20 of them did, and you met with them and you provided them value, and they committed to sending you 4 deals a year.
You know what the funny part is, though?
Power behind this.
You know the funny part about that I just thought of right now?
What's that?
I believe that half of the people, if not all the people on this webinar, are from what we're teaching them right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think they connected with you on LinkedIn, and we sent the email from you.
The only way.
That's the only way. That's the only way you could have got here. So
that's the only way. So you guys are examples.
Think about that if you're here.
Think about the power. Yeah, think about the power.
All right. So here's the numbers as they've played out since we've been doing this. So average connection rate equals 10% to 20% per month. So average response rate is through 4 attempts is 60%. Average favorable rate is 20%. So when we go and then we break it down the numbers, 1,500 invitations a month is what's sent out from you as you in 10% connect on the low side. That's 150 new connections. 150 new connections times 60% response. So some of the responses might be, take me off your list, unsubscribe me, I hate you, I never want to talk to you. Like, or it could be, hey,
burn my number, I've disengaged with you on LinkedIn, blah, 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 I've heard it all, right?
Whatever, yeah. Like, we've seen it all. Like, when I said I get more no's by 10 o'clock than you guys get all month, I'm not joking. We do this in our sleep. Like, we literally pound this, all right? Because we want to build. It's all about numbers. It's all about the no's. So look at this. 90 responses at 20% favorable. Hey, I'm open to a conversation equals 18. That's per month. That's 4.5 opportunities per week.
And so that's not you picking up the phone again. This is all done. Correct. The first connections are automated, and then you get a chance to respond in your style with your message, and we can teach you how to improve that if you guys want. The beautiful part about it is that all you're doing is engaging in a professional platform in LinkedIn, sharing them something that could potentially help them in their business. And that's the special part. I guarantee you, if you guys walked out of your office or walked out of your home and went and interviewed 10 other loan officers in your marketplace, not a single one of them is doing this. Not a single one.
No, I promise you there's not, because they're not working with us, because we're the only ones doing it.
Correct.
That's the cool part. All right. So here's another one. Definitely call it your convenience. Oh, wait, what's the date? That's last July. We started this last July. So July 30th. Thanks so much for reaching out. I apologize for such a delayed response. I was out of the office for personal reasons. Sure. Let me know what times are available this coming week to jump on a quick call. What day? What does next week look like for you? These are just common responses. Got it. I'll speak to you in the morning. Good morning, Brian. Sorry for the delay in the end of the month. I had a few deals to get out funding. Friday 9 a.m. is good. I will put it on my calendar. Here's my number. Thank you. I'll look forward to speaking with you. Hey, George, I apologize for not responding right away. You can call me anytime after 3 p.m. today. Thank you and look forward to hearing from you. So what's the end of this equation? Getting weekly opportunities with agents is easy with us. So the question, here's where Doug and I come in. So how do you turn the email response into a face-to-face appointment? Because that's really what it boils down to. How do you turn the face-to-face into a relationship that is sending you buyer referrals? And then after the face-to-face, that is continued referrals coming in consistently. And then how do you rinse and repeat until you hit your goals? Until you go, all right, enough is enough. Or, man, you know what, Doug? I got to build a bigger team. I need more help. I got more referral partners now, so I got more referrals. And like that's the great problem to have in this industry, right?
That's the highest class problem that you could possibly have. I need help. I need somebody to support me because I need to stay in my lane and having these engagement conversations and meeting these agents, or for that matter, any referral partner. That's where it really becomes fun.
You know, it's funny, between Doug and I, we like to reminisce about the calls that we have on a weekly basis with people. And one of the calls I had to, it's like we go, Doug, man, I had this call on this guy. So I'm telling this guy about this strategy, and he's like, well, man, so wait a minute, man. He goes, so let me just get you straight. So these guys are going to respond to an email that you automatically send out, and then I got to learn how to like pick up the phone, and I got to know what to say. And I'm like, yeah, man, we help you with all that. He goes, but I don't want to be blindsided. I'm like, what are you doing now to get more realtor relationships? Why don't I would love to slap you upside the face and go, that didn't work. Try it again. Because you know what? We will help you figure it out. And that's the fun part, is helping you to overcome the fear that you have of cold calling, knowing that these agents are responding to you going, hey, I'm open to a conversation. Then, okay, overcoming the fear of going, oh, crap, I have to actually pick up the phone now and talk to these people. What do I say? And the cool part is it's not just one at bat. You get to step up to the plate every day. Boom, 4.5 times a week. Right?
I think what we really also need to stress to everybody that's on this call and everybody that's listening to this, you have to know what you're doing in the business.
Right.
This platform is not designed to amplify people that just have a job in lending. If you're not serious about having a career or having an actual business in this industry, this process is not for you. It just isn't, because it's going to amplify whatever shortcomings you have or whatever fears that you might have if you're not dead set serious on having a better 2019 and the coming years ahead. I can't stress this enough, because if you run into more at-bats, you're just going to find, and you're not ready for it, you're going to have anxiety, you're going to be stressed, you're not going to be good at home, you're not going to be good at work. I don't want this to be something where people just start, wanting to use it if they're not ready. I would never expect you to jump into a NASCAR and expect to be able to drive a car around a NASCAR track if you've never driven a NASCAR. It's almost insanely dangerous, and it risks your life. Not to that extent, but let's be honest. This process is not for those that are not committed. It just isn't. And so as much as I would love to see everybody on this webinar listening to this become a part of this, it's not for everybody. So if you simply have a job in this business and you're just trying to decide if you might want to be a loan officer or might want to build a business, please take what we're saying, chew on it, and then when you're ready to make a commitment mentally and both mentally and physically, because it's going to require both of those, then we can talk. But when you're saying this, I'm thinking about all the number of relationships that you could burn and how badly it could change your total reputation if you're not serious about this.
Right. So I just want to say, man, you have to think bigger. So the money's in the list, right? So the bigger this list is, the more at bats you get, the more opportunities you get. I really truly believe, Doug, that if you got in front of 100 agents face to face and you did armpit farts, that you would walk away with some relationships. I really do believe that.
Why the armpit fart, Scotty?
I don't know.
Why
I don't
just
know,
that?
man.
Why not
Because
just go up
I
in a
do a
clown
pretty good
mask,
armpit
right?
fart, man. I do a pretty good armpit fart, man. So.
I've never been able to pull that one off, but you can.
All right. All right. One of the things that we want to do is we want to help you guys, and in doing that, like Doug said, this might not be for you. You might not need more realtor relationships. You might go, all right, I got enough. I just got to nurse the ones that I already have. So what we've done is we've opened up our calendars, and we would like to have a conversation with you. And the only way to make sure that might be a fit, or maybe there's something else that we can help you with.
Right.
Here's just one slide I want to share with you guys. What is one, Doug, you do one every 90 days. I do one every other month. So the average agent closes 6 deals a month, wouldn't you say? Or excuse me, 6 deals a year. So here's what I like to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one every other month, which is a good agent.
Sure.
Great agent, one every month. Superb, 2 to 3 a month, right?
Sure.
So what if you wanted 10 new realtor relationships, sending you a deal every other month, okay? I'm going to just guess your average. Doug, what's your average loan size in Detroit?
My average loan size is 173, 284.
173, 284. So say you had 10 agents sending you a deal every other month. That's 60 deals times 173. That's 10,380,000. That's every other month. And I'm going to use easy numbers because I'm not real good at math. 100 bips. That's $103,000 in income with 10 agents sending you a deal every month. Okay, so you're like, all right, Scott, I already make more than that. Cool. All right, so what if you added 10 more to your fleet that only, I'm doing ultra conservative numbers. Then I go, all right, Scott, how long would it take me to get there? I don't know. Let's do the math. So what if you did nothing but only one realtor appointment per day, 5 days a week for 90 days? That's 60, right? 20 a month, 5 days a week, days. 20 a month, 40, 60. And you only wanted 10. So 10 divided by 60 is 16.6% of the agents you need to meet with to send you a deal every other month to have $103,000 income. Isn't that insane?
Or add that, or add an additional $103,000 income.
Right.
Like, what could anybody on this call do with an extra $100,000? I know I could do a lot of different things. I know that I would have a lot more freedoms in my life. I know that I'd have a lot more fun doing some things.
Correct.
Break it down to the lowest common denominator. One appointment a day, 5 days a week, for 90 days. If after 90 days you have not generated 10 more realtor relationships, then there's a bigger problem at hand.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Just from what I've seen, I mean, you and I have been in the business collectively. We've been in the business for over 50 years between the both of us. We've got that kind of experience in the lending industry and real estate industry that it is virtually impossible. And you to your point about the armpit farts, and I know that's funny, but the truth of the matter is there are 10 people out there today who would love to meet somebody just like you, who will stumble into at least 4 to 6 deals this year, who easily could introduce you if they found you valuable, trustworthy, and saw the benefit of partnering with you.
Correct.
That's it. And the idea of doing a coaching session is, we know that this isn't for everyone, but we do know that there's enough information that we've collected in our years to be able to share with you to help you at least point you in the right direction, give you some pointers. The truth is it all comes down to conversations, but there's a way to have great conversations, and there's a way just to talk to people. And we're talking about ways to have great, meaningful conversations that are authentic, that are in alignment with who you are. We just don't know exactly what your pain point is, and we'd love to just talk about it with you, to share with you what we have seen and how we've helped hundreds of people. We would just like to offer that up to you guys as well.
That's it, man. So we have more that we could share with you. I don't want to keep you all day, and I want to save it for the conversation. And I want to. Doug is amazing. So him and I had my link ready to go, and so instead of go create another link and all that stuff. So Doug and I will be on these calls together. If you guys are open to a conversation, whether you're hearing this live or hearing this as a recording, If you go to talkwithscotty.com, Doug and I, it's my calendar, but anybody that comes in through this webinar, I'll add Doug to the call, and so Doug and I will have a conversation with you.
Right.
We would love to kind of break down where you're at, where you're looking to get to, and what's keeping you from getting there. Maybe it's not agents. Maybe it's time management. Maybe it's hey, how do I hire a loan partner? Or I need help. Or, hey, I want to do more in social media. Or, I don't know, there's a million
Maybe
things.
It's conversion ratios. Maybe it's your conversion ratio. Maybe it's your ability to ask.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
maybe it's your ability to,
Correct.
like you said, follow up. There's so many weak points that we all have. We all could use some additional help. And
Correct.
and I love, because I teach this, I teach a class, I do a mastermind class with realtors all over the country. So I know that what we're talking about actually works, and it works at the highest level. But I ask realtors all the time why they don't have more business. And the number one reason why they don't have more business is because they don't ask. If we could teach you how to have a conversation with a realtor, to teach them how to ask better and actually ask more and actually have the confidence, you'd be worth your weight in gold. If we simply gave you that, and you then turn it into your presentations and your meetings with your agents, or any referral partner for that matter. So, Scotty, man, I'm blessed to be a part of this. I'm blessed to have this as a tool in my business. I'm blessed to have you as part of my life and as a friend. And I can't wait to find out if there's anybody that's listening to this that's going to want the same things that we do, that want monumental success, that want the balance of work and home, and to bring it all together and have fun, because this business it really can be a lot of fun if you are doing the right things. And I think that this one strategy is a great starting point. We just don't know if it's for everybody. So that's why I'd love, spend a couple minutes on the phone with you and just kind of do a strategy session. Let's find out if it makes sense. Maybe we're crazy, maybe we're not, but we won't know until we have a chance to sit down and really kind of dig deep.
Yeah, and I second Doug. This is the most exciting. Like Doug and I have been through so much in our years in the business, and we've never ever had this opportunity. We both are taking advantage of it. That's why you're on this call. If you're not on this call and you're listening to the recording later on, obviously you have seen what this does or can do or will do for your business if you want to give it a try. We'd rather talk to you first to kind of explain the kind of go over it again, and then how we've created a 52-week follow-up plan of something of value for your realtor partners that'll tie into it.
That's the beautiful part. That's the most amazing process on top of this. Yeah.
So we just didn't want to go, hey man, buy this, or click here to buy this. We didn't want to do that to you. We want to make sure that this is a fit. We want to make sure we don't want to break anybody. We don't want to hurt anybody. We want to make sure that you're ready for this, because this does bring. We have several testimonials, and they keep coming in every day of referrals coming in within the 4 to 6 weeks. And so it just gets better and better and better. And it's all about changing your mindset. It's all about changing your core. It's all about changing your frequency. It's about being okay with the no's, putting money value into the no's, knowing that, man, I got to get them, and I'm in business. And Doug's brilliant at taking you from a job to actually having a career in the mortgage business. And so him and I just want to help you. So to help you, we got to talk to you. So go to talkwithscotty.com, pick a time that works for you. Times do fill up fast, but they're open every single week, every day, except for Fridays. We're going to show you how to take Fridays off too. So we're super excited about that. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Doug, thanks so much, brother. Appreciate your time today.
Scotty, appreciate you, buddy. Everybody on the call, thank you for attending. Appreciate you guys. Look forward to talking with you guys out on the internet. See you guys.